Today in Garden Horizons and Roblox, I have a list of 7 things you're going to want to do to prepare for the brand new update that's about to drop Saturday morning in just one day. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button, become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. The first thing you're probably going to want to do, and you may not have noticed this, is you're probably going to want to farm up your seed packs because some of them seem like they're rotating out. Now, are they rotating out of the shop or are they rotating out of the game? These are two very different things. What am I talking about? Come over here to your shop, and if you take a look, you can get your premium Igma seed packs, and there are 8 days and 22 hours left on those, but the premium Dawn packs rotate out in 2 days. Same with the premium Gardener seed packs. They rotate out in 2 days. Does this mean you will never ever be able to get Dawn packs or Gardener packs in 2 days' time? That's a great question. Now, there is another source of acquiring them, and that is here in the quest. As you can see, you can get Gardener seed packs and Dawn seed packs from your daily and weekly quests that I actually didn't get a chance to complete. What I'm wondering is, with the new update, if those do rotate out and we receive new seed packs, will those new seed packs come into the quest shop? That's a great question. Now, there's 2 outcomes. There's 2. One, the first outcome is the premium versions are gone, but the regular versions stay with the quests. That is entirely possible. The next outcome is that the premiums go and are replaced by new ones, but those new ones also get regular versions that replace the Gardener seed pack and the Dawn seed pack here in the questing system. I don't know which way this is gonna go. I have no idea. So having said that, if you have not yet received your olive tree, or if you have not yet gotten a Dawn blossom tree, there is a chance that this is your last 2 days to do so. I have no confirmation one way or another. I am not certain. All I'm saying is that there is a possibility that the Dawn blossom might go the way of the cherry blossom from Grow a Garden. And by cherry blossom, I mean the candy blossom. It might go the way of the candy blossom, become one of those things that original players of the game have, but newer players in the future do not. If I had to guess, okay, listen, this is just a guess. So pay close attention, this is just a guess. I'm gonna say 63.75% chance that we're gonna keep the Gardener seed packs and the Dawn seed packs in the quests. That's my guess. That is a guess. I have no insider information. Yes, I talked to the developers, but I have no insider information. If you don't want to trust a guess, simply farm up as many as you can now before 2 days go by, just in case. Now, moving on to the second thing you're definitely going to want to do in preparation for the new update coming out is you're going to want to make sure you have enough money. Now, how much money is enough money in this game? I'm going to say $20 million? Okay, you know what? Maybe even 100 million. I think 100 million might be perfectly safe. Why do I mention 100 million? Well, previously, in the last update, the very first update, $1 million was enough for the most expensive seed in the seed shop. But then they added in the mango seed for $10 million. And that means you needed at least $10 million to grab the mango seed in case the mango seed ever popped up in the seed shop. Now, am I saying that they're going to release a seed worth 100 million? No. But they might add a seed worth 15 million or maybe 20 million, somewhere in that range, right? So you want to make sure you have enough money to grab the most expensive seed in the game in case it does come into the shop. The last thing you want to do is have it pop into the shop and then be completely out of cash. So go to your garden, sell some stuff, make sure you have enough money to be able to buy anything in the game when it comes out. How do you make money in the game? I have lots and lots and lots of videos talking about that on my channel, but suffice to say, it boils down to one thing and one thing only. Take a big group of your most expensive stuff. For example, you can do plums. Plums have a 1,000 base. You can do Dawn blossoms. You can do potatoes. Potatoes have a 1,500 base. Put down one of each sprinkler and then pick all the fruits so the fruits grow massive from the sprinklers, and then wait. Gather mutations and sell. Also, things like cabbage seeds are great for this as well. Same with wheat seeds. Make sure you put down the sprinklers, then put down the cabbage seeds or the wheat seeds, and watch how massive those grow. Get mutations, sell, make a boatload of cash. So make sure you have enough money in the game so that you can acquire anything that comes out in the game in the future. You do not want to be left in the awkward situation where the thing pops up and you don't have enough cash. Now we're getting into the meat of the video, and we're going to talk about probably the most important thing you're going to want to do in preparation for the new event, and that is actually preparing for the admin abuse. Guys, In the last admin abuse, we had mutations that were insane. I'm talking times 20 mutations. Currently, the best normal mutation in the game is Starstruck, and Starstruck is a 0.6, a times 6.5 multiplier. So having a times 6 multiplier is nice, but having a times 20 multiplier is fantastic. So you want to prep your garden in preparation for the admin abuse. You do not want to miss it. In fact, I don't want to miss it either. So I'm going to prep my garden right in front of you to show you how to do it. I have 7 turbo sprinklers, 7 super sprinklers, and plenty of basic sprinklers. And here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start with the basic sprinklers, and I'm going to place them down in my garden and spread them out nicely to make sure I hit each and every plant type. I'm going to make sure I get this Dawn Blossom over here. This row in the front is like my king row. This is my best row of fruits and stuff I want this place. There we go. And we'll go over here. We'll hit these ones. All these plums have great base price. These cherries in the corner, great base price. Fantastic money. After that, turbo sprinklers. I want to make sure I maximize my turbo sprinklers. I want to save at least one of them. I don't really worry too much about the plums. I want to get that Dawn Blossom there for sure. Over here, I want to get the Dawn Blossom for sure. Man, if I can get like a different spot for this sprinkler, that'd be fantastic. There we go, hit the Dawn Blossom. Come over here, hit those. I only have 2 more sprinklers after this. Okay, I can make that work. Then we're going to do the super sprinklers. These luckily have a massive range, so I can really maximize how far these go. I'm only going to need 1 there and 1 here. And then I'm probably going to need only 2 in this area. I can hit all the things with these super sprinklers very effectively with a lot of overlap. Boom, like that. Now that those sprinklers are going, I have to loot all these fruits. To make sure I don't miss any Dawn Blossoms, I'm going to use the Harvest Bell on this Dawn Blossom tree, and then come over here, use the Harvest Bell on this Dawn Blossom tree. Now I'm going to take all the potatoes, every single one, because they have a 1,500 base price. They sell very, very well when they're huge, especially when they're huge and covered in lots of mutations. And look at how big those potatoes are growing. That's what happens, guys. You get huge plants. This is great for events where you have to hand in plants with mutations, like the current event, but it's also fantastic for making money. No, look at the size of those. Now I have to do the same thing over here for all of these plums, and then especially all the cherries. Obviously, when you get full up, go ahead and sell what you got, especially all of these cherry trees that we picked up from the event, and picked up from the admin abuse, and picked up from the restocks. Now, what I usually do to make sure I get all the plums is I climb my trees. So what I'll do is I'll come up to this olive tree into this gap, and this will get me on top of the olive tree like this. Though now this just reminded me of something. I wanted to move this mango tree into the air to do the same. So where's my trowel? Take my trowel. I'm going to add my mango tree to this pile of sprinkler-fied objects. I'm just going to put it right there. Now I'm going to climb and take off the mangoes as well. And then it's just a matter of going on an adventure all the way to the top of my trees here to loot all of the other plums I couldn't reach. And there are a shocking amount of plums in these trees. I have a lot of plums packed really tight in here. Same with oranges and same with cherries. Now I do have sprinklers going clearly. Oh, my basics stopped. That's horrible and fascinating. Let me just slap down a few more basics. Never realized how quickly they finished off. Now I do have these sprinklers here. So what I might do is take my cabbages and just get them down right here. Super tight. Right here. All the 17 cabbages I got going. Oh no, they grew a little bit too big, too quick for me to plant them all. I also have some bamboo, so I might just slap down the bamboo right here to get those. Oh, dang it all. 4 bamboo and a boatload of cabbages. Those are in there, and they're going to get lots of mutations. It's going to be fantastic. So between the big potatoes, the big plums, the big cherries, the big oranges, mangoes, and Dawn Blossoms, look at the size of those Dawn Blossoms. They're going to be huge. Guys, I am prepared for the admin abuse. It's going to flood our garden with even more admin mutations. It's going to make me so much money. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do to prepare for the event is you're going to want to set your alarm. Go to the official Discord server link in the description down below, and you go to the announcement page to see the announcement for the event to verify the time for you. Again, when you see a time in this light gray box here, see the light gray box around the date and time. This is automatically set to your time zone, whatever time zone you set on Discord, which will be your local time zone. So for me, the admin abuse is probably going to start 1 hour before this. So at 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, the admin abuse is most likely going to begin for me. So set your alarm, get online, and get ready to receive a whole bunch of mutations, some seed restocks, and who knows what more. Also, don't forget, the next thing we're going to talk about is the game is coming to console. So if you're a console player like me, when I play with my daughter, she likes to play on her iPad, I'll play on my PlayStation, and we can play Roblox together when I'm not working on my computer for my job. We like to play console, and now I get to play this game console with my daughter. So if you have a console, I know many of you do, that update is coming this weekend, so you might be able to play the game on console. Now here's the question though, with the console coming with the update, this means the update that occurs at 9 o'clock, you might not be able to do the admin abuse on your console since an admin abuse begins an hour before the update drops. Logically, you might want to pull out your phone or some other method like your computer and get online for the admin abuse before the update occurs, so that when the update occurs and console occurs, you can finally play on your console. And finally, guys, if you want more tips and tricks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the first 300k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.